boom, 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 Shangri-La. Right, what I've done, I've drewed, sketched a picture, the bit that's like my vertical line across there. That's going to be like an hill, a red distant hill. This here, this is going to be a brick wall with some little posts going in water. I sketched it one by mistake there. You can just see it. That'll be hidden by water. This is all rocks and that in it. So I'm going to whack in now a red sort of faint ickle sky. Let's have a look. Let's get this ickle sky in, nice and faint. Don't need to do too much work on this. So I think I'll whack it all round like that, my white, so it just blends down. I think I'll have a nice bit of cream colour in there, followed by a nice bit of this blue, nice bit of grubby blue in there. I think I'll leave some bits of white and all in. And then, you know what, I think I might give that a dab, get some like cloudy shapes in there, something like that. Does it get, that's giving it like a bit of a cloudy look. Quite like that. That looks alright, doesn't it? And then if I get some clouds in here near these edges, so it's pale, I'll get a better standout from where I go darker and darker there. Stand out better. So that's a nice little trick. If you have your clouds coming in from that side, you'll have better darker contrast from your hills here and your distant hill here. Right, so that distant hill then, what colour shall we have that? So I think, you know what, let's go with a dab of the sky colour, because this is way far back. So let's have a dab of this sky colour in here. Right, and because that cream's in sky, we'll mix a bit of that in and all. It's going to give us a good mixture between two. So I'll go around that little post there. Don't have to, just go now. Around there, into there, around here. And again, because this bit's darker here, why not go even paler as we come down here? Look, I can go through there because it's going darker, so it doesn't matter. But I can go paler through there, and that'll give me a better contrast for when I put this next bit in. So I can come down there, I can fade this out now. I just doing something like that, and then just so I don't have that hard edge there, a bit of like a cloudy, misty feel onto there. These walls might have some white highlights on, so I'll take them back to white. I'll dab some of that stuff out there. And in fact, again, if I want a nice misty feel, I can get in there, look. What are you doing? There. Because I've got that misty feel in there, and in there. Right. Faded out around there and around there. That's going to give me a better contrast when I've got my dark wall and posts in, and with this darker colour here I'll get a better contrast, you see. So that's how we does it. So that's looking pretty good, I think. Let me just, yeah, that's sound there is. So I think I'll use same again. I'll get some more of that same background colour, because this is still quite far away, but I'll just go stronger with it. A little bit stronger, so I'll have a bit of that. I'll have a bit of this cream colour into there. That's nice. I'll have a bit of that cream colour in there and all. Two colours are blending a bit there. That looks nice. It's turning a little bit green. What's good, because there's a little bit of green in it. So I've got some mucky green mud in the bottom of my palette. If you ain't got no mucky green mud in the bottom of your palette, don't worry. Just mix a bit of yellow, a bit of blue, a bit of Bont Umber or something like that. Bit of any sort of brown colour what you've got in your palette. Mix it in and it'll give you a nice greeny, mucky. You're just after a mucky grubby cream. See how it's like a dull grubby colour? That's what you want. I call it a mucky colour. You don't want a bright green, so it ain't got to be exactly the same as this. The world is your lobster, so yours can be however you want it, right? So just a bit of blue, a bit of yellow, a bit of brown, or a bit of yellow ochre, something like that, just to tame it down. Now that's looking pretty good. I've got a nice light bit against there again, so when I go darker there, I've got a nice contrast. Nice contrast between light and dark. Right, I'm going to dab of this cream colour again, just because it looks dead nice. So I dab of that. It's just some cream colour what's in my palette, and it's going a bit green again, look. Well, that's not a problem. So that's some more green there anyway. There we are. And I need to keep this paint moving so I don't get a stain on it. I'll just have the top of that bit there, into there, down into here. Some more green in. There we are. Water it down a bit more. Right, I'm going to go now. Some really bright greens. Right, there's some bushes down here, so like a couple of bright green bushes and stuff in here now. Let's see, some through there. There's a few darker green bushes and all in there, so let's mix some darker green ones in and all. That'll look lovely. A bit one there, a bit one there, so something there, a nice dark green one there, something like that, a bushy one. That's it. And then there's some, let's mix a few greens in here as well. These should all just blend straight in and look pretty nice. Couple in there, that's where there's bits of grasses and stuff just growing through. Well, that's it. Can you see how it's like coming forward and forward? So I'm going with a slightly darker bit in there, but I'm going to leave. Let's darken all this so I get a good contrast again. I'll let it go faint there because then I'm having some dark stuff there, and I'm going to leave in some of that underneath colour. Right, where's that blue again? And some of that blue. I'll thicken that up there with that blue, leaving some underneath colours in, and just, oh, that's nice. Look at that, lovely jubbly. Blue in that, that blue's going green. That's like quite a low light colour, so I'll splodge a bit more of that in as we come down here. It's looking nice. I'm using the edge of my brush, so I'm sat right back so I can see what it is I'm actually doing. Now, some more. Let's get some more light greens in there. Just a couple bits. And I think that'll do. That's go too carried away, it'll look too close. So that's sound. Right, I think now, tell you what, now let's do my water, what's going to be a reflection of them colours really, but it is going to be darker. The water's going to be darker, so let's get a nice bit mix up a nice bit of sort of grey green colour. It's quite nice, let's try that. So there's a lot of white in there. There's a lot of ripples on this water and all. try and keep these lines proper vertical, because if they go slightly horizontal, then it's going to look well daft in it, because your water is always vertical. Always is, in it. Few little water It's quite a rough water. There must be a bit of a windy day. Right, this goes quite green here. Quite green, so bring some more green in. Pop a bit of green in there. And then it actually goes quite brown. So a bit of brown in there. That looks nice. Very nice. That's a nice sort of watery looking reflections or all this stuff in there. There, that'll do me. That's a nice thing. There's a lot of water moving about and that in there. That's nice. I like that. I'm happy with that. Is there sort of, there is a bit of a sort of line across there, a bit of something. There, I'm happy now. That'll do me. Right, that's sound. So light and that coming in. I'm going to get a little brush, put these posts in, so they're a sort of greyish colour. So let's get a nice greyish colour. That's not bad at that. Nice greyish colour. That looks quite nice. And get these posts in. So there's one more. Right. Oh, I'll tell you what, I'm going to give that a quick dry. Where's my dryer gone? Because I don't want that bleeding into that, and I think that's still wet. My dryer's right back here. That'll do. Right, let's have a look. Right, so now I think I can go in here. Let's see which way is my light coming in. Let's see if I can work this out. So it's coming in actually this way. So if I get this way, slightly darker. That should work good. So right, so if I'd have a bit of water on my brush and just bring that bit in there, so that end piece is just really slightly lighter than the back piece. There. That looks alright to me, I think. And then what I'll do, I'll wash a tiny bit out on that bit there. Dry my brush. That's it, that'll do. In fact, tell you what, I'm going to come down this back end with something even darker. That should do it. There, that looks better, doesn't it? Right, now I'm going to swap that brush now for a tiny ickle brush and just do a little bit of tiny ickle details in here. Right, so this is just a mixture of Payne's grey, and I did have a bit of Chinese white in it to give me like a light greyish colour. And then that's probably pure, what did I put? Pure Payne's grey on that back bit. just some about, just to show a little bit of summer that there's a bit of reflection in that water. It's choppy water, so you're not seeing too much. Well, I think that'll do. I'll be cracking on with this. It's going good so far. I'm happy so far. Right, let me drink my water. Right, so now got this really light here, these dark bits here, light here. The water's ripples on my photograph do go across there, so that's lucky. It's going to give me this right good contrast here. So I've got, this is going to be a really dark against the light, so it'll look good. This bit here is light compared to that there, so I need this bit here slightly darker. Right, so let's have a look. Let's start. What's on my brush? Let's give my brush a good wash now. I'm going to start with a nice creamy colour. So I get a nice light creamy colour. I'm going to leave plenty of gaps for whites. So I'm going to come right in the hole at the top of here, I think. Yeah, with this creamy colour right in the hole at the top of there. Fill that all in. Every little bit. See how some of that grey's flooded in, that not matter. Not matter at all. And then little bits to make it look like rocks. Look, see how that looks like rocks? Yeah? Nice, very nice. Well, we'll go into there, look. There, that'll do. It's going to be quite dark down there. Right, so that's that. I'm going to get that dry. A little bit of drying on this one. Ain't got to be bone dry, that'll do. Right, so now let's have a bit darker. Slightly darker. Want to get in here. Want to get all them bits all the way down there, because that's going to be light against dark, you see. So we'll get all them bits. And get a lot of this top. So that's going to be dark against light again there. That's nice. Probably quite a bit in this bottom bit actually. There. That's it. I don't want to cover all that up what I've just done. That's it'd be a waste of time doing it. If I cover up what I've done, it'd be a waste of time doing it. That'll do. That'll do it. Right, let's have some darker. This is the darkest yet. Darkest yet. It's all grey colours in. Some darks in there, a few dark, really darks in. Boom, 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 boom. There we are. Oh, lovely. There. What's that? Now we're going to do some scraping. But, I don't think I need to. I think it looks like rocks. Normally I'd get me card and do some scrapes for rocks, but it looks like rocks, so I'll just leave it. Right, so that's that done. And I'm going to do a little bit more on that. I'll show you in a minute. But for now, that's that done. Right, so right, let's get some more light grey colours. Yeah, this is a highlight in there, so I'm going to go really light on this bit here. That's a highlight. I just nick some of that grey from there, look, flood it through. And this is, I want to really light there. And then I'll have some more creamy colour. A bit more of that can go in. I'll just leave some whites. Nice creamy colours there. That's it. Get a bit more cream into my creamy colour. A little bit more cream in there. That's better. Some more cream in my creamy colour. There, a bit more creamy. That's a bit yellow ochre there is what I've stuck in there. what's the other one? What's like red, yellow ochre? I think it's raw umber. That's a good one to whack in and all. Right, get that dry. It ain't got to be bone dry. Right, let's go into this. This is another creamy colour, but just slightly darker. So just like that. And these are just going to be pebbles and rocks and stuff. Yeah. Nice. Another dry. Really quite darks in there, some really darks. There, that's looking like a nice colour. I think I'll go random again, just moving fast so I get random stuff, and then I don't know, it always seems to look better when I go more random. Got a bit more watery and all like that. There we are, a bit more watery, quite random. There we are. Not much difference in colour of this to in my water. Still, there, that's that. Get some real low lights now. Real low lights. So I need a really dark colour. Right, okay. I think again, so I'm not just going random, I am sort of looking at patterns and things. So it might look like I'm going random, but I'm going fast so it's not too planned. And you know what I think I might do? I might not go mentals, just do bits so the eye thinks it's all been done. This is just all them little slabs and rocks and stuff you see. Up in this wall, there's a lot in here. So it's just, this is where all the little rocks are connecting together. Like up here. Might be quite a bit on there. That could be a rock there, you see there, one there. Following these little lines around and pulling out little rock formations like that. See? It's looking good in it. See, like that white bit there could be a big pure white rock in it. That looks like one there. Something like that. These little rocks on beach. And I think we might be about sorted at that. Just a few little squiggly lines. And I think I'll do a few little random ones like that. There we are. There, that'll do. You can do that. Squiggly. Bit of a squiggle. Right. I think that'll do me. Let me stand back on the other side of the room and just have a look at them. Let me have a drink of water and then I can have a little think. Right. That water's good. Right, stand on the other side of the room and then have a look. Yeah. Right, there's a few things I'm thinking now. Right, just looking at that from there, I want some darker in here. This is I want to notice this if I'm stood back, so I need some darker stuff in here to separate this from the water. I just need to separate it. Separate the two. So I've got a really dark there. I can make that into some rocks and stuff, look. Well, these edges here, look, these are my rocks. Into there. And it's giving me that really dark line there. That's it. That's better. And then I suppose I could even do a little bit of that in there for a bit of reflections of that wall, you see. Oh, that looks nice, doesn't it? There. Now, on this, that's dark against light on my photo, and I can't see it on here. That's all blurring into one. So what I'm going to do, get some dark colours. There's quite a bit of green and stuff in there. Let's go for a really dark green, especially here, and just sort of fill this in so we can see the edges of the water. So that's the edge of the water there, look. Just needs to be that bit darker so we can see where the water is compared to where the pebbles is in it. There we are. So that's that, and I could even let's get this big brush here and just come in and just scart round that a bit like that, just so it blends in like that. That's my green matter to my rocks, and then I can get some nice dark blacks and do some bits in like that to represent some more of the rocks and that in it. Like that. That's nice, isn't it? See? Just to represent that there's little rocks and pebbles on the beach in it. There we are. Does that look good? Ow. Right, let's get that dry. Let's put that back up on there a bit better so we can see what we're doing. In fact, just fell down there like that's okay. I'll just bring my thing down. Bring the whole camera down a bit. Right, so that's that. We're on 28 minutes and a half minutes. So, have I got time? Have I got time? Of course I have. Right, let's get in here then. I think I've got time. Let's get in here. A nice brown t-shirt, I think. He's got a nice brown t-shirt on. And let's stick him, let's stick him about there. So I've got a little fisherman here. He's got his arm across there. His other arm's coming out about there. He's in there, and he's like something like that. Right, now then, let's give him an head. There, I might put him a little cap on in a minute. So that's his head. Right, now I think what I'm going to do is get like a really let's try and get a really unnatural green, not like the sort of natural green you'd find in nature, like a really unnatural green. What's just really, really bright green. Let's have a look. Oh, this is looking good. Oh, yes. Right, this is going to be his trousers. So he's sort of stood like that. Legs there, and then he stood in the water, so in the water there is a reflection. There we are. Now, shall I bring his, let's get a thinner brush. I might try and just bring his green things up with them things what come up like that. Look, oh, that's worked. Come up like that. And then they go round like that, that's it. Pour a bit of yellow in there just to help it. There. That's topseries like. They're like them dungaree type things. That's it. And then that's gone into that reflection there. Nice. Right, so get a really dark colour. I think even a thinner brush. Oh, give him a nice fishing rod. Boy, this thick one at the start. There we are, and that can come out. But there, look where it goes in, so it follows through. Or where it comes out, follows through. So it follows through. So bring your fishing rod up here to, let's say, how long's a fishing rod? How long's a bit of string? I could do with my reading glasses on now because I can't see. Let's have a look, see if I can see what I can see. Now, is that about the length of a fishing rod? Probably. Let's give him a black hat. Give him a little black baseball cap. So the peak's about there. Oh, he's got a little black baseball cap on. Right, let's give him some dark shadows down one side. That's it. Down that one side. I've just done that with some Payne's grey all the way down, so it just looks a bit more shadowed down that side, especially under like that arm there and down here. Look, it's a bit more in shade. That's it. And then I think on the other side, get a bit of white and just across his top there and just lighten him up a bit there where the sun's hitting him. A little bit like that. Look. Slightly lighter green there. I'll see what that looks like when I dry it. I wonder if I can even get a little bit on top of his out there. Just see what that looks like when I dry it. I think it'll look quite good, I think. Right, let's dry it and then look, see what it looks like. It looks quite good. I am just thinking, shall I get some designer's white gouache and just put a little line through where it separates from his legs to the reflection. So if I do that though, and that'll just give me a little bit so we can see that bit's his actual legs and this bit's just a reflection. A bit through there and all. That's nice, isn't it? Don't need much of this because I've left loads of white in, you see. Right. That's all I need now. Let's get a bluey black colour and put in. Peter and Paul are looking for worms. There's Peter. There's Paul. Two bods out looking for worms, and put a BD in. Well, by the way, me and my stepbrother Doofus, we've been sacked from our job shelf stacking. We went down and they put posters up. There was 2 drug addicts, posters saying they're not allowed in the shop, 3 well-known shoplifters, and then mine and Doofus's name. So the stepdad has gone absolutely mental at us, and he says he's going to kick his ass if we don't get a job soon. Just thought I'd tell you about that. So if I disappear off YouTube, it's because Doofus's dad has kicked me out for not getting a job. I live here with my stepbrother Doofus and his dad, what's my stepdad, and my mum. But they're all sick to death of me and Doofus, saying that we're totally useless, unemployable, pathetic idiots. You can't believe it, can you? Me and Doofus, for a start, I'm only a top YouTube blogger, and Doofus is going to be somewhat what rhymes with blogger and nearly sounds like blogger. He's going to be a little this word. But when I'm top YouTube blogger, I'm going to share my money with me stepbrother Doofus anyway, because me and Doofus sticks together by day. That stands for Bertie D. Eat it!